Hello, everybody. Welcome to Solo TV 84, and I'm your host, Solomon Jones. And before I begin this video, I have a quick announcement. Number one, you may have noticed that I haven't done a live stream on Solo TV 84 in a while because of the fact that my live stream capabilities have been disabled for 90 days. So I'm doing live streams on my backup channel for now called Solo 3V. That's SOLO 3V. And you'll know it's my channel because it has the Muhammad Ali avatar. Just subscribe and you'll be tuned in for those live streams. For those of you who've been asking me to make more cryptocurrency or Bitcoin videos, I have a channel called Cryptocurrency for Dummies. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. For Dummies. In the video, I talk about current events in cryptocurrency, as well as some of my thoughts on cryptos and what to invest in and what I'm investing in, excuse me, not what you should. I mean, this is my opinion. So check that channel out too. It's a very good channel for you crypto enthusiasts. For those who want to see more of my classic work that you can't see on YouTube anymore, check out the Patreon or Patreon, www.patreon.com/solotv84 for the exclusive work. We have the dollar tier, the $5 tier will get you 80% of the videos. And so we got that fire. Okay, so moving on. This article has been circulating around social media, particularly Twitter. And when I saw this, I knew I had to make a video on it, okay? Now, this is titled, Discovering My True Sexual Self, Why I Embrace Polyamory. My husband and I were together for 12 years and had 2 children, but while he was happy with one person, I needed more. Now, I'm going to read this article, and then afterwards, I'm going to chime in. It was the hardest thing I'd ever had to say to my husband, Mark. 3 years ago, I sat down and told him the idea of having sex just with you for the next 40 years, I can't do it anymore. But I'd come to realize that my life was built around something I didn't believe in, monogamy. We had been together for 12 years and had 2 children, now 9 and 7. I love being a mother. I set the bar high from the start. Cloth nappies and cooking from scratch. But I needed something more in my emotional and sexual life. Mark's reaction was remarkable. He agreed to support me and open our marriage to other partners, although it wasn't really what he wanted. What a cuck. We started counseling to try to identify the best of what we had, to save and protect it. Sex is a big part of a relationship, but it's only a part. We didn't want it to scooper us. Okay, and by the way, if I mispronounce some words, this is a British article. You know they have those words that I've never pronounced before. So please pardon me if I mispronounce a word, because they do have some British slang words or British words here, okay? If that sounds difficult, it was. I don't think we could have done it if we hadn't spent most of our marriage reading, talking, and exploring together. I quickly embraced the dating scene and discovered another side of my sexual self. I enrolled on lots of sites. Let me read that again. I enrolled on lots of sites where you asked specific questions about yourself and your preferences. It was illuminating. Do I like this? Yes. Do I like that? Well, let's see. They were the kind of questions that never been asked before and had never asked myself. I became convinced that traditional relationships are like an airlock. You meet someone, it's amazing and it's rare. Then you lock it. You shut the windows and doors. You try desperately to keep it all to yourself. Then the air turns sour because there's no oxygen. You might make a sexual mistake on the spur of the moment because you're craving any contact. Why not live in a world where you can have room for that connection, that spark? I think most people's reaction was that Mark should have kicked me out. Hell yeah, he should have kicked your ass out. My immediate family have been supportive, although my mother is still ambivalent. We discuss everything openly and she understands where I'm coming from, but worries that I'm going to end up on my own. If I do, though, it will be because I've chosen that. Yeah, because Mark is a cuck. People who choose to be polyamorous often do so after delving deep into themselves and their desires. So it runs close to the kink scene, which was something I wanted to explore. There's a temptation to think that had Mark and I explored these things together, our marriage might have worked without opening it up. I'm not sure that it would have, though given that he wasn't into it, it can seem quite intimidating. But I was so ready for it. The first time I went to a fetish club, I felt like I was at home, that I found my people. Golly, man. I now have a partner for 2 years, Andrea. We work as a couple, but we also have sex with friends. He's the only partner I've introduced to my children. I love Andrea, and I'm very lucky to have him, but I don't want to live with him. We both we both value our solitude too much. He and I can flirt with other people and ask for their number, but I still feel jealous sometimes. He went away with another woman, and yes, it was difficult. How is it difficult for your side dude to be with other chicks, but you got a husband? Oh my, okay, let me keep reading. Meanwhile, Mark and I realized we were no longer compatible. I had changed too much. We still share the family home and parent our children together. We still get on. We have counseling together. We spend Christmas together. We're still reading and learning as we used to. We want to keep all the bits that worked. Well, no surprise it didn't work because you're doing all these ratchet things probably, and you've probably changed. We've had to learn so much about communicating better, and I think the children have benefited from that. We've explained that dad needs one person to be with, and mom needs more people to make her happy, because mom is a thot. The talk is ongoing. We won't wait to sit them down when they're teenagers, expecting them suddenly to get it. Understanding polyamory is complicated, but monogamy is fraught with ambiguity too. Oh my gosh. You can craft your own polyamory, but I'm not sure I would want more than 2 or 3 partners. Let me read that again. But I'm not sure I would want more than 2 or 3 partners. I'm hoping 2 people I meet recently will become lovers. Let me read that again. I'm hoping 2 people I met recently will become lovers, but there's no rush. People assume that I'm constantly having sex, but it's not as simple as that. I want an emotional and mental connection with someone, so it takes time to build up to that. Monogamy, meanwhile, feels more like a competition where you need to bag someone before anyone else does. None of that applies in a poly setup, which is incredibly liberating. Think how strange it would be to have only one friend. You can't get everything from one platonic relationship. Why would you try with one lover? But it's a challenge. You're swimming against the cultural norm, and it's difficult emotionally, with or without the support of an existing partner. On top of that, the amount of work involved in maintaining multiple relationships, sexual and platonic, is huge. Andrea and I look to the future, but there are no expectations. We're part of a broader community. We think developing that is more important. But it's this way. I don't see myself sitting on a park bench at 80 with one other person. I'd like to be part of a group of people, community. We seem to want a silver bullet for everything. One God, one partner, but life is plural. Mark's view. Let's see what okay, Mark is the husband. Now, we're going to but before we get to Mark's view, let me just say real quick, this woman is insane, delusional. I feel bad for the children because how do you explain that to the children that, hey, mom needs more than one shish kebab or sausage in her life? And of course, the marriage dynamic has changed because the wife has changed. She's done things now where there's no way of going back. And Mark is a cuck. Where's your self-respect? Why not walk away? If she wants to be a thot, let her be a thot, but let her thot on her own time, outside of the home and away from you. I mean, where's the self-respect? Oh my gosh. This is a definition, man, of a true Not a beta male, but an omega male, simp Cuck. Let's read his view. I really want to know what this Cuck has to say. Mark's view. I realized for a few years that Anita wasn't completely happy, so it wasn't a total shock when she told me she wanted to explore non-monogamy. It was upsetting to hear that what we had wasn't meeting her needs. So he's not satisfying her. But it was very important to me that she was happy. If that meant her exploring different relationship style, then I would be there to support her. I did a lot of reading around the subject of ethical non-monogamy. It makes a lot of sense intellectually, but it doesn't resonate with me emotionally. It didn't feel right. I was prepared for our marriage to continue with being monogamous and Anita having other partners. But that proved more difficult than we envisaged. I completely support Anita. I'm glad she has been able to share with me what what? She's sharing with you? What a cock! I completely support Anita. I'm glad she's been able to share with me what she's discovering. Oh my God. About the honesty and communication needed to make polyamory work. It's also true of monogamous relationships, and I hope to take what I've learned from this experience into my future relationships. What I've always wanted and still do is to be with one partner long term with whom I can share all of life's rich experiences, to enjoy the journey and the inevitable changes together. Anita and Mark have been amicably separated for over a year and continue to co-parent to their children, as told to Camilla Parker. Okay, so here's my take on this. It sounds to me that Mark is not bunker busting his wife, or wasn't bunker busting his wife properly. I mean, clearly, if she was satisfied, it would have been good. Now, I understand, look, if you've been married for 12 years, things can get sexually boring and dry. You know every position, you know the exact moment he's probably going to blow his load, all of that. But at the end of the day, did you really think an open marriage would work? And Mark is a cock. I mean, he probably thought, you know what? And this is how I can tell he has low testosterone, is that he was cool with his wife getting smashed by other dudes. But the audacity, and this is how you can tell these women are entitled. This chick has it all. She has the resources of the omega male, and then she can have her plaything with Andrea. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mark, man, I don't know, man. If, it sounds to me like Viagra probably wasn't working for him and she was bored, you know what I'm saying? Getting that 4-inch thunder down under just wasn't working for her, so she needed to explore other options. But I'm not saying that's right. And to me, this is really disturbing that a man would be okay with putting himself in that position. And I guess I want to ask my audience, if you've been in a relationship or been married to somebody for 12 years and your wife comes out of the blue and says, hey, I want to, start dealing with other people, multiple people, would you be cool with that? And I think the reason why they're co-parenting is because it's a lot more economical to stay together than to divorce. I've seen that before. However, I really do hope that Mark gets the F away from this broad. And Andrea's the one he's the guy, if you're looking at it, who's winning, because he gets all the coochie. He's not married. He doesn't have kids. He's doing it. Is he the alpha in this situation? This is why I don't like using those terms, because if alpha is only stipulated by getting coochie, then I guess yes. But in this situation, the reason why I use the omega male definition is because this guy Mark is at the lowest of the low. You are the guy taking care of the kids, the house. You've been married to this woman for 12 years. And she's out there getting smashed and bunker busted by other men. Now, there are a couple comments here, and I'll probably do a live stream here. Maybe we'll talk about it later. But, I mean, what do you guys think about this article? I think that this is, it's sad. And we are moving into a space now where, it's two things is going to happen. Either you're going to have a lot more of these men sharing women, or the sex dolls are really going to take off once they become more economical. But to me, it sounds like Mark is just a cuck with low testosterone, low T, who just wasn't pleasing his wife. And his wife, Anita, is just a girl who was a thot, and she was able to keep it hidden for a while, but then eventually it came back out again. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Please don't forget to subscribe to my live stream channel, Solo3V. For those of you who are cryptocurrency enthusiasts, check out my other channel, Cryptocurrency for Dummies. Also, check me out on Instagram at www.instagram.com/solotv84 for what's going on behind the scenes. And then for those of you who want to see more exclusive, non-friendly YouTube content, check out SoloTV84 on www.patreon.com. My name is Solomon Jones, and I'm out. Peace.